Nigeria. Is it that Nigeria is a shithole? Is it a lie? Or is it because it was coming from him? So, nobody can come out and say what Trump said was a lie. But why was a white man saying it? Why is it was a white man who said it? That was the problem. And that is the hypocrites. Political correctness that we see ourselves today. It has destroyed the human dignity, the morality we have as a people. You are saying it. You are wrong. You are the wrong person to say it. We supported Donald Trump because of that. And when he came on board, what happened? ISIS disappeared. Donald Trump dealt with them. And Obama policy, Obama structure for the Islamization was truncated by the policy of Trump. Many people don't. This I'm telling you today, please go back and reflect and see what I'm telling you. Everything was truncated by Donald Trump foreign policy. ISIS was wiped away. From Iraq to Afghanistan, Taliban, to Syria, everywhere was calm. And then they used media to destroy Donald Trump, just like they are trying to destroy me. They use media. Every media was against Donald Trump. They tell you he is sick, he is too flamboyant. Is it sickness? Is it flamboyant we are talking about? We are talking about the foreign policy that have restored peace globally. He went as far as even talking to the North Korea. He visited there. There was a process of restoring peace globally. And then Obama and their multinational corporation came back again and started campaigning for Joe Biden. We warned the Americans. They say it was not our business. What's our business in American politics? We warned them. As is what is to come today, all of them are crying. All of them are crying for Donald Trump. All of them are crying that Joe Biden is this and that. That is exactly what is going on today. Joe Biden administration funded Iran up to $6 billion or more than $6 billion. The same Iran is attacking Israel. The same America is defending Israel against Iran. What does that tell you? So if you ask a question about how America is funding Nigeria, it is kind of funny. Because these are people who have ulterior motive that. So the question of what they do and give money or aid to these countries is just for formality. They turn around, use that money to fund the attack against the American people. And that's exactly what is happening in Nigeria today. The same American general came to the Sahel region. He was making comments about Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, ISWAP, that it is only in Nigeria that have been able to work together. And what they are looking for is to make Nigeria a safe haven so they can now begin to attack the West and America. And he said they are very sure that this is what they want to do, but they don't know when this particular attack is going to start. The same America today can watch how Hamas came to Nigeria, and a platform was given to the leader of Hamas, and the land has been allocated to them in the northern Nigeria to mine Californium to raise money to fight against Israel. The same America is watching Biafra, see how Biafra is going to do. Instead of them to arm us, we are not Islamic rebels. But you see, because we carry Bible like them, they will not arm us. Because we are peaceful like them, they will not arm us. They rather arm Taliban. They rather arm terrorists in Libya. They will arm rebel terrorists in Syria. But when it comes to Christians, they will never arm you. So what are they trying to let you know? They are trying to let you know that you must be radical before you can get the attention of the world. Go and ponder on what I have just said today. Have you seen them arming all Islamic rebels around the world? But when it comes to Christian rebels, if they call us rebels, because that's what they call us. When it comes to Christian separatists, they will let you to suffer. They will allow you to kill yourself for 30 years, like they did in Sudan. In Sudan, North and South Sudan, they did it to Taliban. Everybody knows the history of Taliban. It was to use Taliban to fight Russia. It failed. They have done it to Libya. It failed. They did it to Syria. It failed. But when it comes to Christians, us, we are Christians. We believe the same faith with America. We have the same constitution with America. We believe in human dignity with America. They will turn back on us. So, and the person engineering this current American policy is Obama, pro-Islamic state. Thank you.
Please, my Prime Minister, in 30 seconds, please. I don't know if I can speak in 30 seconds. From what you just explained, sir, and I realize that America in secret is funding terrorists to take over people's land so that they can form alliance with these terrorists after the terrorists have conquered and take away the resources of the people. That is my understanding. But I want to say to America and Britain that no matter how big the darkness is, it cannot overshadow the light. The light is the truth. And what makes you a powerful nation is your ability to defend the truth, not the amount of the weapons of war that you have. But if America has chosen under Joe Biden to turn their back against the truth, to turn their back against justice, this will mark the beginning of America and Britain's fall. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister, for the explanation. God bless you, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Rage and Fury. And I can feel the rage in you there. Thank you very much. We move, and I appreciate our Prime Minister. That was a very detailed explanation, and even the deaf could hear it. That packaged truth that cannot be covered. Thank you so much. And then we'll go very fast. Please, 60 seconds to you. Mazi, Gina, and Merem, please quickly bring your question. 60 seconds.
Okay, good evening, my Prime Minister of the Biafran people. We greet you, sir. We are seeing your hard work, and thank you so much for standing up for this wonderful, for our wonderful brothers Israel. And I just want to say, ask you something, please. Can you please pardon us and tell the people that doesn't know the relationship between Biafra and Israel? Can you please share more light?
Or those who may not understand the relationship between us and Israel. We are the descendants of the Jews, and we are part of the Jews of Africa. A lot of people, a lot of researchers have actually said that a lot of research, and scholar opinion about Biafra, the descendant, the people of the God. So we are, I would say, the original Jews. And having said that, during the time, even before the Biafra War, the state of Israel participated, although that time they played the double standard of supporting Biafra and at the same time supporting Israel, supporting Nigeria. A lot of secret is out, so they wouldn't do that double standard again. During the time of the Biafra-Nigeria war, over 50 Israeli Jewish organizations supported Biafra because they have come to understand that indeed we are the people of God, the descendants of Jews, like you have them in Ethiopia. You know, it is only in Biafra land that Nigeria succeeded in ridiculing the Jews, the Biafra people. But in Ethiopia today, for example, they recognized the Ethiopian Jews. But Nigeria and the Britain worked tirelessly to ridicule us. Biafra and in quest to silence and block whoever that will wish to help Biafra to gain independence from Nigeria. The most difficult task. And our freedom will come like no other freedom in the history of. In a nutshell, the answer to your question or to address the people is that we, the Biafra people, are the people of Jews. And we are the descendants of Jews, and we are the black Jews, just like you have them in Ethiopia. And the Ethiopian Jews, for example, were recognized by the Israeli government, and they can travel to Israel without a visa. They are treated just like them, one of them in Israel, but not the people of Biafra, because Nigeria and Britain made it possible to block that particular opportunity and possibility. But we are not going to where the Don is doing his job. They are firing rockets and all that. But the time will come when they are going to need the ground troop. Biafra will offer them 15,000 men. It may even increase. Just to show that we will never forget our roots. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I'm so happy with your wisdom. Thank you so much. And I'll say, talking about recognizing Jews in Ethiopia, I also want to tell you, sir, in Aguleri, I'm from Anamo, and I was born and brought up in Aguleri. In Aguleri, there is a place called Enugu Aguleri. That Enugu Aguleri is where Eri was buried. If you want to, so let me not go far from that place. So every year, in Aguleri, we celebrate Eri Day. And in that day, Israel people used to come there. Some dwarf people used to do some rituals. And that place that Eri was buried, there's one tree that have three fruits. That is Trinity. That tree grew up where Eri was buried. Thank you, sir. If you want to go to Aguleri, you will see it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We know the area, and we know the people of God that are, the history is very rich there. But I'm not here to share the history of the Eri kingdom or the people in Aguleri and all that. Everybody knows that. But just for the people who don't understand why Biafrans are standing with Israel, we are not actually standing with Israel. We are standing for ourselves, because we and Israel are the same. So it is we were standing with Israel just because we found ourselves in different climes, different country, different zone. So standing with Israel is also standing for ourselves. We can never be wiped away. And
thank you, Chinemere. Thank you so much. As you go back to listening, and we bring up national opinion. National opinion, the hand is up. Please, 60 seconds. Bring your question.
All right, greetings, everyone. Greetings. Mr. Simon Ipa, greetings everyone on this place. We are going to see the flag of Israel is hoisted on his timeline, to show you our collaboration and our togetherness with the people of Israel. So these attacks on Israel has come as a huge shock to us. So my question is, what is our defense mechanism right here in Abuja? We are, protesting about the Palestine and the whole distance. So what is our defense mechanism? What defense mechanisms do you think are in place for Biafrans in case of any impending danger? Because that's just I wanted to ask.
Of course, the defense mechanism is not what I'm going to share with you. It's intelligence it's a critical question. But what I can assure you is that during the time that we're killing us, whenever there is issue with Israel and Palestine, then we do not have Liberation Army. We don't have arms to defend ourselves. So that is difference today. That's why you have not seen any record of somebody being killed, Biafran being killed in the north, or their businesses being burned. Because like I said, any day they do it this time around, we will divide Nigeria into two. We'll cut Nigeria, not divide. We'll cut it into two. And those who understand what I mean by cutting into two will understand me. Of course, not to ordinary person in Nigeria, they will not understand. But the military, the terrorist organization called military knows what I mean by cutting Nigeria into two. We'll cut it into two to start with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PM. Thank you, National Opinion. We move.
Okay, good. Everyone, good evening, my PM. I greet you. A few questions to ask. We know that Biafra remains enviable to other countries, just like you have likely said. We are not going to deny who we are. So what I want to ask is that, what if this war escalates? How will it contribute towards gearing or the declaration of Biafra? Will it going to help us in the declaration of Biafra? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Of course, everything worketh for good for them that love God. Have that answered your question?
I didn't hear you, it was being
I said, definitely it is going to work for the good of Biafra, for the freedom of Biafra, like Bible. And then also, please mute yourself because I'm hearing my voice. And then also to the brother. I think we can connect.
I have to remove him. Go ahead.
And then also to the brother that asked the question previously, that Mazin Amdikano had the Israeli flag on his timeline.
Mute yourself again. If you mute yourself, we'll remove you. Mute yourself until you are called upon. Until I ask you to unmute, please.
That Mazin Amdikano has an Israeli flag on his timeline. Yes, he does. He does have Israeli flag on his timeline, just like myself. If you go to my Twitter, to my X, you will know that David boldly in the center of the sun. And so, but when he was kidnapped from Kenya, the people whom were following him, the people he surrounded himself with, what did they do? They started attacking Israel. That should tell you enough, a lot you need to know. The people whom he was fighting Biafra with, who was praising him when he was in Israel, when he appeared in Israel, They were praising him, praising Israel. Immediately he was captured because they believe they have done it all. That he will never come out again. What did they do today? They are supporting Palestine. They are not abusing Israel. The same people are telling you about Biafra. And that is to show to you those who your enemies within yourself. So think about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebu PM. It is obvious. We know that very clearly. And now they're calling Israel the evil, and they're calling Palestinians the light, you know, and they still say they're following Muslim Thank you. Please unmute yourself and bring your question. David Nana. David Nana.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My Prime Minister, thank you, sir, for setting up this space for Biafrans to ask questions. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate what you are doing, sir. We are very much happy. I want to ask a question. You see, before now, there was a time you asked the Southeast governors to give Biafrans, that was then when the Eastern Security Network was in place. You said the Southeastern governors should give an opportunity for the Eastern Security Network that they will make sure they get rid of all the terrorists and all the kidnappers in Biafra land, and you were not listening to. Now, since the inauguration of the Biafran Liberation Army, there have been the issue of crime in Biafra land has been minimized. Even up to this moment, Biafrans can now go to the farm. Biafrans are now sleeping with their eyes closed. I want to ask you, sir, what method, what is behind all these things that you are doing? Because even those who could not believe that Biafra land could be gotten rid of terrorists and the kidnappers are now being happy of what you are doing. What do you have? What is the method behind this? Your way of making things happen in Biafra land, even when people are doubting your resolve to that conclusion, sir. I want to know, because you have done wonderfully well that Biafrans are happy. I can sleep with their two eyes closed. So, what is the secret behind the success that you have achieved so far, sir? Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a very important and very nice question. The secret is that you need to first of all identify your problem, the source of your problem, both in school, both in your work life. Before you are able to solve your problem, you must identify the source of the problem. If you are sick today, you go to hospital. The doctors will conduct a series of tests to know why you are sick. And then when they identify, and they start attacking the root of that sickness. That's how things are done. So what we did was to find the root cause of the insecurity in Biafra land. And we find out that the Nigerian Terrorist Army, police, and every forces wearing the uniform of Nigeria are the source, the primary source. In fact, not just the primary source, the primary and the secondary source of the insecurity. In addition to their killings, in addition to their extrajudicial killing, undocumented killing, forceful disappearance of Biafra people, kidnapping. So we identify the problem of insecurity and start attacking it. That's why you see that insecurity has reduced to the minimum. And the only people that are crying about insecurity are the same people who commit the crime, Nigerian security agencies. So once you engage them, the crime will reduce. And that's exactly what happened in Biafra land. You know that before now, before the formation of the Biafra Liberation Army, kidnapping is happening or was happening at the checkpoint. Nigerian military checkpoint, Nigerian naval checkpoint, police checkpoint, Air Force checkpoint. It is only in Biafra land that you have Air Force mountain checkpoint. You have the SSS. It is only in Biafra land that you have all the different security terrorist agents in Nigeria mounted roadblock. So when you start engaging them, the kidnapping and the crime will reduce. And that's exactly what has happened. If you think I am lying, go around other Nigeria states and see what is happening there. Nobody has been able to engage them. The killing in Kaduna, they will accuse the military of aiding it. The killing in Plateau, they accuse the military of aiding it. The killing in Zamfara, they accuse the military of aiding it. Every killing in Nigeria that has recorded a mass killing of the people in Nigeria have always the military hand in it. So they are the source. They give them arms, they give them protection, they take them, they even coordinate the attack against the people. Go to the last attack, the last 10 attacks on the indigenous people in Nigeria today. You are going to hear the story of how military aided them directly. And the worst part is, or the good part is that the people, the victim, are no longer afraid to speak up. So they tell you right before your very own eyes the role the military played in the attack against their people. So the victim are telling the stories. And until they start attacking the military that are aiding this terrorist attack, they will continue to live in IDP camp. So Biafra have identified our problem and we are tackling it. Thank you.
Can I ask a follow-up question, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay, my second question is this. Don't you think that the reason why they put your names among those wanted in Nigeria is connected with the fact that you are dislodging the terrorists and the kidnappers from Biafra land?
Of course, that is the only reason. There is no other reason. The only reason is that we find out the mechanism to deal with them. And it happens that since the history of the Biafra agitation and liberation, we are the only people who have actually that the Biafra agitators was being discussed at the National Assembly by all senators who are the product of Nigeria. And everybody, even before the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have never discussed him at the National Assembly, declaring him wanted. So you can imagine what they would do to themselves. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya. He was not declared wanted by the state, by the terrorist state. And look at what they are doing to him now. Then you will understand, by the time if they get themselves, how they will do it. So we know, and that's why I said I am learning from what happened to others. And Nigeria will face the ruthlessness of the self-defense of Biafra people. We're just starting. They should wait until the declaration of Biafra in December 2nd. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. But
and then also I want to use the opportunity to correct some certain information that are circulating on social media. On December 2nd, we are not declaring Biafra for these illiterates that are restoration of independent state of Biafra. The Biafra that was declared in 1967 to 1970 is what we are declaring the restoration. And I want people to understand the English language there. Thank you.
Thank you, my PM. Thank you, my PM. Everybody know that Biafra existed as a nation, and a nation that is thank you, PM. Let's get into this. We are not just members here. We are not afraid of our haters. And that's why I brought you in the charisma. The charisma, I saw your thumbs down. Yes, and that's why I brought you in. Once that's your question, let's get you out there making you thumbs down. Please make it count. You have 60 seconds.
Okay then. Good evening to you all, and thank you for bringing me up. I really have something to say because I've been joining the conversation like a couple of times also. To me, it's not always
before he starts. What he is here to do is, we have to make it very clear, he is here to ask questions, not opinion. We don't use his opinion here. Let him ask question and I will address him, not his giving his opinion. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Let's ask the question. Make sure it's a question.
Okay, then let me make it a question. What's the purpose? I really want to know the purpose of declaring the Biafra nation in. I really want to know that. Let me make it a question. So I want to hear a very clear and, very good opinion why we must make a Biafra nation in Nigeria. Thank you. That's my question.
Not in Nigeria. We're never part of Nigeria. First of all, Nigeria is never a country. And we need to start discussing the root, the root cause of the Biafra agitation. Do you know the root cause of the Biafra agitation?
It was the Republic of Nigeria. I knew not. I think you are asking me a question instead.
Yeah, because you didn't ask any question. Your question.
I asked a question. Why must we declare a Biafra nation? Does Biafra come before Nigeria? Nigeria is the Republic of Nigeria.
Can you listen, please? Just listen. And
you say why I want to declare a Biafra. First of all, Biafra has been in existence over 5,000 years before Nigeria. Nigeria was just 100 years ago. Nigeria was forcefully amalgamated to become a country in 1914. During the amalgamation, Biafra consent was not sought. Biafra did not give their consent to become one Nigeria. And before then, Nigeria was forcefully amalgamated under the gun and bullet of a man called Lord Lugard. So it was not a free will of even your own forefathers. They rejected Nigeria. And today, after 100 years, according to the story and the agreement, they said after 100 years, people can now renegotiate the coexistence of their 18 nationalities within Nigeria's space. In 2014 was that 100 years. They put it under the carpet. And that was the reason why we say we are not going to continue this particular union that has never favored us, the union that will never allow us to excel, to compete innovatively among other nations, the union that doesn't allow our women to have good hospital, the union that does not give, that is eradicating innovation and bringing Sunai
so much.
Thank you very much.
Would you say, now let me ask you a question, because before you were, you came as, but you were talking reasonably. So what I said now, was it a lie on the attack on Biafra?
Mr. Minister, what you say to me right now is well detailed and it's understandable also, actually. You were defending yourself, which is quite something reasonable to do. But
I know. I just asked you, I want an exact, a very good answer.
Okay.
Do you think that what I said was lies?
No, I don't think what you said was lies, because I'm a fan of, I read a lot of history, a lot of things, like I watch a lot. So what you said, like, I can't say it's a lie because it might be true, also, maybe what I heard might be the lie or might be the true, or what you say might be the true or might be the lie, but I can't justify whether you're saying the true or you're saying the lie.
Now, did you hear any time when IPOB were killed, about 150 of them during the praying in Abia State in Aba?
I did hear that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Did you also hear that they were killed in a city, in a place called Mpo, during the May 30th, 2017?
Of course,
okay, thank you.
Following the Biafra story for a very long time, for years.
Okay, thank you. And you agree with me that
That's true. I agree.
Okay, so now that's where the consequence started. So don't see it as we are the one bringing violence. We are ready for peaceful discussion to exit, and for the diplomacy, we are also following it diplomatically. That's why we have government in exile. The government in exile is to take charge of every affair of the Biafra people in diplomatically, and of course as a government. So the position of the Biafra government in exile is to follow the diplomatic channel. Why we cannot fold our hands as we fight diplomatically, we will also arm our people to defend themselves in Biafra land. And that's what is going on. So we are fighting.
Because I think your people shouldn't pay for what the Nigerian government did. Your people shouldn't pay for that, because there are going to be a lot of life that's going to the loss. So I think your people shouldn't pay for that.
Exactly. That's what we are trying as much as possible to minimize casualties. But it is the same Nigeria state that comes to bond market, burn the houses of innocent people who has nothing to do with the Biafra movement. And because when they lose, Nigerian army are not trained to be army. They are nomadic army. They are the people, the definition of terrorism. Because the terrorism is when you use fear, install fear on people not to rise up against you, or not to use fear to acquire or get what you want. That is the definition of terrorism. And that's exactly what they do. So today they have been able to put fear, install fear in many people that nobody can actually speak against them in Nigeria. And this is democracy. A democratic country where military are having checkpoints everywhere. In the entire Biafra land, you have more than 60 checkpoints from one state to another. Is that a democracy? The answer is no. So they are creating this fear using terrorism, and we are engaging them. And we just started. It is just less than 1 year. They are crying and seeking for help internationally. We are dealing with them, including the mercenaries they bring to our land. They have all been decimated. Well, ask question. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Charisma. Thank you for being very, very gentle with your question and very reasonable. And you need to go and look for some of those videos. We have evidences and we have videos. There is a clear video that is out there where you will see this Fulani army, Nigerian army, shooting directly into houses. They were shooting at the West.
Please, I would like to see, because I haven't seen any.
You haven't seen this? Okay, no problem. If you can just DM me on my DM, I will give you link to all these videos. You're going to see them all for yourself. And then you will pass the message across. You know that we are not the ones that are looking for trouble. We just want to defend ourselves and then live in peace. Thank you very much, and Kadama, bless you. Thank you. All right, we'll move ahead, and the question should come now from Brother Don. Brother Don, please unmute yourself and bring your question. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, my PM, the guy that is doing it the best way ever. I just want to a question, really, but not quite a question, because there is no question I can ask to PM that really that it has already covered everything he's doing. He's doing it by the template. I want to help this brother now that asked question about Nigeria and one thing. Please, there is one thing people don't know. If you go and use artificial intelligence, AI, or chat GPT, ask about Nigeria, ask about Biafra, it will give you, because it says you don't know about these things, it will bring out everything you want. It will even tell you about the man PM and the man, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You're talking about evidence about killing people. These people, me standing here, these people killed my father in BRGIE. So if I rise up today and say I'm defending my own people, you said, why say we didn't take any violence to them? Please, they are the ones, like our PM is saying, all checkpoints mounted everywhere. It's just a place, that we are so, we make money. We are people and they just come to collect money and kill, and they are using us as a business hub. PM, please keep it on. Just keep it on. I can't say anything. The Israelites are our brothers, and our brothers, they will be for eternity. But one other thing is that these people, they tell you kidnapping. I don't like people using arrest for our leader. Please. All those people that use it, take it away when it made it slip of tongue. It's not arrest, they kidnapped him. And if you go into the Bible, it said Abraham begat. The Nigerian government from Buhari, from everyone, they begat all the kidnappers you see. People moving everywhere. That's their children.
Israel is not going to affect us in any way. The only thing we need is more of the weapons to defend our land. That's all. Enough weapon is what we need. 20,000 men cannot even affect us as of today. So what we need is weapons, but men we have enough, and we can offer that help to Israel if they need ground forces up to 15 to 20,000. Thank you.
Yeah, just quickly to join, because why I'm saying this is Mossad, they know how to go and pick their own when it comes to in terms of danger.
Yeah, the war today is not a war of Mossad. This is not a war of liberation. It's a war, it's a confessional war that is going on. And like I said, at this point, it is still a technological war, which a drone is doing the job, and they are firing rockets and all that. But when the time for ground troop, we are ready for that. And it is not going to affect us in any way. Thank you. Rather, it will boost the Biafran defense and the Biafra liberation. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Mazi. It's a win-win for us. Our men are surplus. If I need a wire, men need to everywhere. Men day. Thank you very much. Okay, we move Onyechi Kamalu, please grab the mic.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, please.
Good evening. Can you hear me, sir?
Please go ahead. We can hear you. Have 60 seconds, please.
Okay. Good evening to the Prime Minister of the People's Republic. Good evening to his cabinet members. Good evening to the Biafrans and lovers of freedom over the world. My question is I want to lay emphasis on the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. I wanted to ask the Prime Minister on how the age of Biafra be calculated. Is it going to be based on when Ojukwu declared Biafra, or is it when it's going to be declared in Finland later this year? Or are we going to acknowledge that Biafra is over a pre-colonial entity and maybe start counting from there, similar to like China or something? Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my first question.
Biafra is going to be all inclusive. It is beyond the Ojukwu Declaration at the same time before the pre-colonial era. So our declaration is going to base on the restoration of the 1967 Declaration of Biafra, and will maintain those state and mark.
Okay, and I wanted to get your reaction properly, Pierre, about the declaration of Yoruba Nation yesterday. Is it something Biafrans should take seriously? Because I've seen you tweet about it, and some have even accused you of being influential in what happened yesterday. So I wanted to get your reaction properly.
Where they accused me of being influential to what happened?
No, there's something you posted yesterday where they said they are based on the opium of Simon or something like that.
Anyway, the thing is that we are supporting anybody that summon courage to rise up against the terrorist state of Nigeria. So it does not matter whether what you do is right or wrong, so long as you summon courage to fight for your people, who will support it. So whatever happened yesterday, it may not be the right way to go about it, but yes, for the courage they summoned to make that demonstration and the awareness it has created, I like it.
Thank you very much, sir.
No.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right, we move. Where's what sister? What sister? You have disappeared. Your hand was the next. All right, please grab the mic. Our sister Helen Peters. You have 60 seconds, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Good evening, my Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Samuelekpa. I am here to appreciate you once again for what you are doing. I am a proud Isoko Biafra, and we stand by you, sir. God bless you, because you have come to rescue us. You rescue us from the shame that the zoo has brought upon us. You rescue us from the calamities that was about to befall us. May God continue to strengthen you. May God continue to empower you. May He continue to give you more wisdom and alliances for us to be able to be free totally from the killer herdsmen who have invaded Nigeria just because Nigeria have expired. It has expired, and everybody is aware of it, like the northern brother that was asking question just now. If he's still around, I would have loved to ask him a question. Why are they afraid of the collapse of Nigeria? Why are they afraid of the division of Nigeria? Would it be better for them to have their own, if it is Fulani country or whatever country they want to call it, for them to remain in their own way and be worshiping whatever they believe in their own way, instead of us killing ourselves in anything that happens because of differences in religions? We continue to kill ourselves. We continue to suppress each other. At least it's good we go our own way. If that brother is to be around, I would have loved to ask him such a question: that is it good now the way his people are being killed in the north? Is it okay? Is the northern part of the Nigeria, the way the Biafran is militarized? Is that the way the northern part of Nigeria that Boko Haram and every other terrorist organization is ravaging? Is that the way it is militarized? The truth is bitter, but we have to stand by it and we have to say it. These are my questions. Once again, I really, really appreciate you, my PM. May God continue to empower you, strengthen you for this journey. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak with you. God bless you, sir. I say with you, Robo Isoko State, we stand with you, we stand by you. We are Biafrans, and we stand by the state of Israel because that is whom we are. Thank you very much. I need my mic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I don't know if PM wants to respond to that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, PM, thank you, sir. Please, I would like to see reactions from everyone here. I will be flipping through. Someone like Charisma, that, our PM wants you to get his attention. Ask those questions. Even if you are from house, outside, middle bed, those call one Nigerian list. You want to ask the PM a question. This is space. I have over 1,000 people here. Come up here. When I see your reaction, even if you are not raising your hand, I will force you to come up here. And then you bring that question that has been bothering you, that made you to be pointing fingers and calling him, a terrorist or a warmonger and what have you. Here you can come and display that anger, and let's hear you ask that question that you really want him to answer, and you will answer that question, especially today that we are standing in support of Israel, and Nigeria is ready fighting Israel and fighting the truth. I'm quickly going to give the microphone to Worry Sister. Worry Sister, please, in 60 seconds, bring your question.
Thank you. Oh, Batobie! Oh, Batobie! Okay, Ma. I salute you, sir. I love you. Agbara Guru. The thunder that destroyed the zoo. Just the name of it. They are destroyed. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I only have one question. When you started, you said the 67 war, that they supported both ways. And now you always come out fully to always support them in any way. You are always the first to come out to support them. And I just want to ask now, if on the 2nd of December, the declaration of our Biafra, now the door will be open. Is it possible to ask them to support us with arms? Because you are saying that the only thing we need is arms, that we have the men, and you are willing to give them men. When the time comes for us to ask for more arms, do you think they will be there to help us with arms? Thank you, sir. That is my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is not a question I'm going to answer you. This is a security question, but also I want you to understand that Israel is facing enough enemy already. So, like I said, I will not address this question because it borders on security, but we are open to welcome. Israel is facing a lot of enemies and a lot of trouble already. So we hope that the threat against Israel is reduced to minimum so that they will be able to look outside their own problem as well. So the earlier the escalation of the problem, the better for everyone that is looking up to Israel. Understand the point? That's why it's very important that we are offering.
Thank you, Worry Sister. Thank you very much for that question. And Fortune, you have been unmuting yourself even without permission. Go ahead now and bring that question up. Over to you. Fortune Marabo, please. Fortune Marabo, you are not unmuting now that you have been given the permission to. All right, quickly, Ugochukwu Biafra.
John, I'm from Sudanese Biafran, and I'm using my brother platform today just like to share with you something, and also I'd like to create awareness that you have some brothers and sisters that have been forgotten behind. And this platform, I hope in the future, will go and bring us all together.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Fortunate. Go ahead.
And what I would like to say, I'm not fortunate, like I said, I'm fortunate, comrade. I'm using this platform to share with you something.
What is your name again? Can you repeat your name so that you are using the platform of fellow Biafran, but just repeat your name very clearly so we'll get to hear it.
Yes, my name is Khalid, Khalid.
Okay, Khalid.
My last name is John, Jone.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm Sudanese Biafran. Since we have been noticed, there is lack of communications between us and you guys. And since we have been busy with this platform to bring people together, and what we have noticed in Sudan today is something really, it's historical and it's something we should talk all about it. So I'm asking myself, we don't hear about you, and we would like to hear from you more. How can we reach you outside, for example, in Sudan and other regions around Sudan? And where we are now at this, just really, I would like, to share with you what I feel about and to hear from you some, according to your concern.
So share with us what you have, please.
And what do I have today? How can we be in better communication in the future? For example, I use my brother's platform to get in reach to you. But
yes,
some opportunity.
The solution. Many of them in Guinea, for example, and many other Gabon and co. So the means of communication will be the Biafra platform, which is going to be launched either between June and July. It is going to, compete with every other social platform. And that is going to be the official app for Biafra communication. It is completely in our hand, both the cloud and the storage and the hosting, everything is customized, built by us. So we don't have any fear of anything. So that is going to be the official communicating channel for the entire Biafrans and lovers of Biafra and lovers of freedom. And of course, it is open for anybody in the world to use, just like YouTube, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook, and what have you. So everything is combined. It's going to be one of the best state-of-the-art social platform that the Biafra government will provide. So by then, you will download that particular app, and you can, communicate with us. Yes, of course, because then every communication remains secure. But of course, for the meantime, you can also reach us through the X page. This X, we are using this to host this space today. So you can communicate us here directly, follow us, and then write directly and privately to us.
Yes, really, thank you so much. But yes, really, I would like to, express to you, how people really. So when you guys are using these platforms, then it's a great opportunity. But also, I see now the kind of energy that you guys really putting in there. Just like it's time now to reach people out within, whatever you're going to propose, direct communications, different platforms. That's also okay. But remember, also in Africa, like kind of lack of technology. Sometimes we were not able to reach out.
Yes.
So do you have an idea for example, like radio stations?
Yes. Like radio stations? Yes. Yeah. We actually have the satellite radio and TV, which is covering the sub-Saharan Africa. So, if you have the satellite TV, you will be able to watch the Biafra update and news. It is 24. And then we expect, of course, for that to spread across. First of all, the 40 states of Biafra, and those who wish to listen to radio, Biafra, Voice of Biafra radio, satellite radio, can also have the opportunity to do that, and through communicating with us, we'll tell you what to do, so you can install the receiver, or transmitter in your locality, and people there can listen and follow the awareness we are creating. Only people in your country, but also there are people in America, the Black Americans who have lost their origin and all that. And many people is going to come back to Biafra, where they will feel safe without any marginalization or discrimination. So we all know these things is possible, and that's why they are preventing and they are fighting against Biafra for decades, because they know what Biafra would do in Africa. Thank you.
No, really, thank you so much. I would like to thank you for the platform. And also, I would like to thank also Brother Fortune Marabu, for giving me his platform to share with you something. And I would hang up to him now.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you. First, you want to say something? Bless PM. Yes, I salute you. Yes. I have a short message. You're doing good. But I'm coming up next week. Foreign Affairs Minister in Holland would like to reach with you. It's a lady. They live in Zimbabwe. So that is difficult. I want to show before I speak to you. So now I'm sure what I'm speaking. The second one is that the new government of Netherlands is behind us. We are here. We already have too much awareness. We already take responsibility on documenting people in Holland and also work in the parties and different parties. So we are waiting for the new party which collaborate with the ideology of Biafran to be able to stand up, to be able to reach you. So I'm doing anything possible to make sure that my presence will be reached. So secondly, we are working hardly that Holland knows that Nigeria should not keep the Muslim in prison. Also, it's official. So at the same time, I'm pushing them to do something that they have to do. So that is the only thing I have to inform you about the Biafran flag. I think there's already a message reached to you. You can understand it. You're right. So that is what I will say. I will thank you. I'm not here to worry you. I'm focused.
Okay. Just hold on, Professor Joy Robi. Can you take the mic and introduce yourself to this brother? Professor Joy Irobi is the Director General of Foreign Affairs Department of the Biafra Republic of MNK, and of course she is also in the Dutchland. So you can collaborate with her. I have also sent you a message for a follow-up. I can have a follow-up with that information. But in case Professor Joy contacts you, you accord her every attention that you should have accorded to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Blessed. Good to see you. Thank you, Mazi Fortune. And Professor Joy, please, if you are there, just come up and then. Before, as I was trying to give you the microphone, you disappeared. You can come up back and then I'll give you the mic. You might have some situational reports for us. And Ugo, please grab the mic now. You have 60 seconds. Ugo Chukwu Biafra.
Yeah, thank you. And our Minister of Information, I salute every one of you. My PM, I salute you. The prayer answer itself. I just want to, I don't want to, because I have 60 seconds, I know that everything concerning our cousins Israel, you have already put everything in place. But my concern is when I was in one space, they were asking me a question, because the water has passed Gade in one Nigerian people's side. So one of them was asking me, they don't care who defends the village in Enugu State that was attacked, that was the Igwe was killed, and the terrorist men in uniform from the zoo arrested. Zoo means Nigeria. Sorry for those that are here. Arrested all the young. What are we doing? Because there's a plan that the terrorists are coming back again. Because according to them, they say in the afternoon they are there with uniform till 5 o'clock. In the evening, they change their uniform to terror to invade the village. So please, what are the measures to make sure we secure our people there? Thank you.
I think the one Nigeria should be in a better place to answer that. P2B should be in a better place to give them measures they are taking. For those who believe in Biafra, we have our measures to protect Enugu people, those are the affected villages, and it's not something that I'm going to answer to them. They should just watch and hear the news.
Thank you. I'm aware of that. I just wanted them to hear from you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. But please, next time you are with them, just tell them to consult P2B. You want to hear P2B too, not only me.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you,
Thank you.
My brother. Yeah.
Please do raise your hand, please. Biggest Gidi, come up in 60 seconds, please. Very quick.
Yeah, well, great PM. Thank you very much, sir. And you have been doing a very great job. In fact, this year I've seen a lot of good things. I'm from Road Delta, Quality Prescribing. So I really want to thank you, because if nobody is coming to tell the people the truth, you're telling the people the truth. If nobody is coming to see that the useless Nigerian government has wasted our life, wasted our resources, wasted the good part of us. Everywhere, and they want development. I've gone to other countries, I've seen other countries.
Did we lose you? Biggest Gidi, I can no longer hear you.
But look at what they have this thing. The big truth, yeah, a lot of people realize.
I think his network is yes, his network is not very good.
His network is not good. I was wondering whether I'm the one that is having that network problem. Okay, Biggest, I don't know, your network is not so good. If you can go back and come up again, it might be better. All right, please, those that are in the room, you try and raise your hands, please. We attend to those that raise their hands. I will clear the room if nobody raises their hands after I take Dami. Dami Akams, please, you have 60 seconds. Dami Akams, can you please unmute yourself? You have 60 seconds to bring your question. Dami.
Yeah, good evening, the Prime Minister. Thank you very much. We are very much around with you. We support what you are doing to Biafrans. This is you might decide to answer this question, or you might not answer it. It's just a kind of internal security. I know exactly the answer, but if you will try to make it very clear to Biafrans. We have established a police force as well, which I knew very much well that I know the time. The time. That's what as I said. I know the question. I know the answer. But if you can make it more clear that when people are saying that now that the internal security that due to our military are being protected. Can you explain to them the reason and when actually that bringing up the police force now might bring a kind of internal conflict? So thank you, Prime Minister. We will continue to support you no matter whatever we have stand. Biafra must come now. Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Your question was not very clear, but I think I know what you're trying to ask. The point is that the formation of the Biafra police to maintain the peace and order is on the process. And of course, because of it's on the process and because of the fragile situation we have in our land and the sabotage, we are taking it very, very easy on a very low key. So the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra resistance fighters, the Biafra Defense Force, completely are in charge of the internal security of the Biafra people, the Biafra land at this point. But gradually, we are raising the police force of Biafra, state by state, and we are not in a rush because of the complexity of the whole thing. And remember that the enemies are also trying to use every announcement we make to recruit people and use them as sacrifice. Those who want to continue to please the Fulanis that they are actually dealing with Biafra forces, they will recruit people, send them to succumb, and the same people will tell the military where they are. They will go there and kill them. And when they kill them, they will announce that, oh, they have invaded ESN camp, IPOB camp, here and there, just to continue to deceive the people paying them money that they are actually fighting against Biafra Liberators. So while Biafra Liberation Army remain untouched, and of course, our firepower is increasing every day to sustain the aggression of the enemy. So the police is something that is already ongoing, and like I said, it is on the low key. Do not join anything that you are not sure of. That is one thing I have to tell everybody. But
appreciate your answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazidani. Thank you very much. All right, the next person whose hands up is Citizen Dama. Citizen Dama, grab the mic.
All right, good evening, Mr. PM, sir. The 2023 saw a lot of surprises with the statement by the Nigerian state that an Igbo man is not fit to be president after P2B won the election, followed by several attacks on Igbo investment and lives across the country, especially in the southwestern part of Nigeria, where Igbo businesses and properties were burnt down and destroyed. That made a lot of people from the eastern region to have some kind of retrospection into their state in Nigeria as a country. Then the disappointment of the obedience and some pro-Igbo elements. I was in a space where you were hosted by Odogu Ogidi, where you tried to entertain some questions and explanation on the Biafran struggle. Eventually, you left the space because of the misunderstanding of what I cannot understand. So my question to you directly is, now there seems to be a lot of sympathy towards the Biafran agitation. What steps are you taking to bring in the obedience and the Igbo elements into your struggle? Thank you.
our doors remain open. The step is very simple. We open our doors for those who understand that Nigeria is not for them. And so we will not allow you to come in and destroy what we have done. So when you come, you must respect the fact that people pay with their lives to build the structure of government that you are now proud of today. So you have to tap and wait for your turn if you have convinced us enough that you have something actually to offer the group, where you will come and hang yourself and wait for 2017 to 2027. So you will now begin to talk about P2B. No, we will not give opportunity for any political talk or political pressure group in the Biafra government. It is either you are for the independence of Biafra or you are out. So our door is open. Biafra is not for Simon Ekpa. Biafra is for everybody who believes that they are Biafrans and those who believe that Nigeria is no longer attainable for them. So it is not Biafra. It's not a property of me, of myself. It's not a property of Mazen Namdekan. It is for everybody. So your freedom is what should be the biggest priority for you. So our doors are open. The approach we are using now is to make sure that everybody is welcome to the liberation phase. And that starts with your own character, your behavior, and your attitude towards the liberation of Biafra. Not being used as a political tool to attack Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government. Not being you know who is bringing violence. The history of how Nigeria brought violence to Biafra land is there. What we did now is to say that you can't kill us again and we'll pick up arms to defend ourselves. And they turn around to say we're the one who bring violence to the southeast. But they have forgotten when they were killing people carrying flag. Not only that they have killed Biafrans, they also killed those who believe in Nigeria. The lucky Tollgate shooting is still fresh in our brain. They were carrying Nigeria flag. And what people should understand from that single act is that the people who call themselves leaders of Nigeria today are not actually leading Nigeria. They have something else they are fighting for, not about Nigeria. And that's what many people don't understand. And that particular thing they are fighting has manifested. It's called the Islamic State. That is why they will give order. This man who is the president now actually was the one spearheaded the killing of Nigerians in Lekki Tollgate. They were carrying Nigeria flag. They say, I'm going to use a very vulgar word. They say, fuck Nigeria. Kill them. That is what it means. So it is not like they actually like Nigeria. The man who is now the president also said in 1997 that he doesn't believe in Nigeria. So ask him, what did he believe in then if he doesn't believe in Nigeria and today is the Nigerian president? What exactly did he believe in? It is nothing else than the Islamic State. Let me also say it that he is not a Nigerian. I have been saying it. He is not from the Niger area. He is not a Yoruba man. I've said it several times. He is from Guinea. This man called Tinubu is from Guinea. Now, if they doubt me, they should tell us which is his village. Where is his village in Yoruba land? Doesn't have village. He's from Guinea. And he committed crime in Guinea, ran to Nigeria, drug crime, and then he made friends with Babangida, all of them in the military. He became one of their errant drug pushing boys, the drug cartel. Many of you do not understand that during the military rule in Nigeria, it was all about drug pushing. Babangida was the biggest cartel capone in Nigerian history. Many Igbo people that got rich today were part of the drug syndicate of IBB. Many people don't know. We have some of them even in my place who were the errand drug pushing boy to this military men. They were having free passage at the Murtala Mohammed airport. Once they pass, nobody checked them. They go with cocaine to the United States. That was where this man, Tinubu, was pushing his own cocaine in the United States. People don't ask questions. How did he manage to go to the United States? It is from the help of military. The generals back then, this military you see today, this Babangida you see today, Babangida was the leader of the drug cartel in the entire West Africa. And he came to Nigeria, made friends with them. One of the deals is to cover him. They registered him in Lagos, and that was how Tinubu became a Lagosian. I am telling you the fact. He made them who they are. They made him Lagos governor. Remember that he was once in exile. He ran to exile. The reason for going to exile was because it was not just because of his political opinion. It was an internal problem with his drug cartel, coupled with his political opinion, of course. He went to exile. But before then, he has established himself in Lagos. And people see him as a Lagosian, but he's not a Nigerian. So, my brother, what I'm trying to say is that those people who have repented, who have seen that Obi cannot help them, and when this Obi started, we warned them that Obi is being used just like Tinubu was an errand boy. Obi is the errand boy for Britain. The only work Obi wanted to do is to drag Biafra into the election. We defeated them because 20 million people did not vote. So it's a defeat. He dragged Biafra into the election, and you see how they rubbish him. After that, they started attacking Biafrans in Lagos. Obi did not issue statement condemning the attack, including the physical assault and physical attack on Biafrans till today, except just a few weeks ago when they started talking about what is happening in Lagos and all that. And today, those people are disappointed. We also warned them that those people from Benin, not Benin Biafra, Benin, those criminals who are the Yahoo boys in Benin, who do comedies and all that, who were following Obi. They were not following Obi because they like Obi. They were not following Obi because they like Igbo. They were not following Obi because they like Biafra. They were following Obi because they want to follow Obi to distract those who they believe were fighting for Biafra. And immediately Obi fell. You didn't see them again making videos on social media. They disappeared. That is some of them that you see when they say, oh, Obi is coming, Obi is coming. After that, all of them disappeared. They begin to abuse Obi. You don't see them again. We want those people following them. Where are they today? They disappeared. One thing is that we see things many people do not see. We see things many people do not see. And today, everything we have said has happened. And we are saying another thing, yet people are doubting it. We are shouting another thing that is yet to happen. People are doubting it. They look down on us. We say we are going to declare the restoration of independence of Biafra in December. They are doubting us. They don't know how to. But the enemies know that we're on the right track. And that's why they are panicking, declaring me wanted, declaring me terrorist. A journalist was asking me 2 days ago in Finland, how do I feel that I was called a terrorist? I said it was I am very, very happy because it shows that now I'm actually working. It is a badge of honor. For me to be called a terrorist by Nigerian military is a badge of honor. It means that I have actually hit them. It means that the Biafra freedom is here. They become the icon and legend you see today. So I'm not bothered by what they call me, what the enemy call me. The enemy can call me anything in quest to stop me. But what matters is that, do I know what I'm doing? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in the Biafra? Yes, I do. And that's why I'm not bothered. Thank you very much.
Okay, please, can I ask a follow-up question?
Go ahead.
All right. Meanwhile, I want to say categorically, you made allusion to the Lekki massacre of October 2020. I was there as a principal at the Lekki toll gate. So everything you say Is that correct? Well, you said something that your hands are wide open and the doors are open for obedience and other pro-Islam people to come in. I want to find out, in this era of social media, a lot of what happens in our society is being molded on social media by social media influencers. Like when it comes to Twitter, you have some people who are influencers on Twitter who host spaces. So I want to find out from you, are you making plans to have some kind of rapport with such people so that they can bring you in a Twitter space to engage with them, to interact and to clarify some questions that are actually bothering some people about the struggle and how they can actually be part of it? Do you have any such plans?
Like I said, when I said we are open, including myself, that when I appeared on that space you mentioned, I was not invited, right? I came uninvited, and I was ready to address any question. But you look at how disparaged they are. They were in that particular space. One of the girls there, was insulting herself. So instead of them to engage, in a discussion and engage in more meaningful discussion, it was all about you are killing people, you are doing this in the East, people are dying, so they cannot engage. The problem is that the people you are talking about cannot engage in meaningful discussion. They cannot engage in intelligent discussion. It is always how you are killing people, how you are doing this, how you are doing that. And these people are the people who never spoke condemning the Nigerian state massacre, condemning the Nigerian state terrorism against their own people. Like you just hear somebody saying that they killed in Enugu state, nation of those kind of actions by the Nigerian state. But when I appear on their space, instead of them to have the opportunity to ask me difficult questions and questions that could also liberate them from the mental slavery, you see them saying, you are killing people in the Southeast, stop the sit at home, stop the sit at home. They do not understand that something actually led to the sit at home. That because when we want to protest in the streets, just like you, as a witness in Lekki Tollgate massacre, wouldn't you have preferred sitting at home than going to Lekki Tollgate to risk your life? That is the point. That is the reason we adopt this civil disobedience. Because each time you go to the street, Nigeria security agents, which is known as Nigeria Terrorist Organization by the Biafra government, will shoot you and kill you because they don't value the Nigeria flag. They don't value you as a human. Just for rising up and picking up courage to protest that something is wrong, they kill you because it is not about the Nigeria as a nation. It's about some interests they are protecting. And that interest is what is manifesting today. Muslim ticket, all geared to the Islamic State of Nigeria. So I am ready to always, go to spaces, even uninvited. Like I said, that's one you saw me. I was not invited. I just came in there because I saw that they were just being misinformed. They are misleading people, and I needed to correct some things. But you see, they were insulting themselves, thinking they're insulting me. So I had to leave. Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister, I believe you know something about a man called Dr. David Masanga. Dr. David Masanga played a major role during the days of Martin Kano. He's also a very powerful Twitter host. So I don't know, talking about these people that have different divergent views about what you're doing, maybe if there's a way you could get across to Dr. David Masanga, who hosts spaces, especially that has to do with Pan-Africa and the freedom of African people. I guess that would be a neutral ground where there will be a very meaningful conversation, so that a lot of people want to really join forces with you, because it's very clear that Igbos in Nigeria especially are being terribly marginalized and emasculated. So Dr. David Masanga could be a very, very reputable platform where we could bring in different opinions, and these things can be, properly addressed. I don't know if you can work with Dr. David Masanga to get this, because
yes, thank you very much. As a matter of fact,
actually,
yes, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I have been on David Matsanga's platform for a very, very long time, but of course not on Twitter space or X space. It was rather on Pan-African Conference. I have been participating in that Pan-African conference and debate far back as 2020. But after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB Nigeria attacked him just because he was giving me that platform. They attacked him and accused him of being part of the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the innocent man decided to respect himself and just decided not to talk about Biafra. I think maybe that was the reason. But today, I believe his eye will be very clear that the people who were actually attacking him were those who were put behind the ordeal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they wanted to cut every current that was, coming to see the continued liberation of Biafra. They wanted to cut everything off. So today, those who did not see at that time will be able to see now to know who the enemy, who the enemies are. So yes, you will see me in Matsanga's platform. I didn't know that he's hosting his Twitter space. So the media team, people can work on that. And we will always be there to address the concerns of everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. If you have meaningful questions and meaningful engagement, like Citizen just did, like the other, charisma brother, even though he was, one Nigerian news, but you saw him, he was sensible, and the PM was ready to answer him. Please, I would also love some of you to come up with your questions and then engage the PM of the Biafra Republic government, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Ndubisi Kevin, if you have a solid network, please grab the microphone. You have 60 seconds to do that. Ndubisi Kevin, Mazi. Mazi, as much as I thought I knew your network might be troublesome. Are you there? All right, go ahead, please. Go ahead. 5 countries that recognize us. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if you heard him very clearly. Or
Thank you very much. The country that recognized Biafra during 1967 to 70, the recognition has not been withdrawn. So now we see that the recognition of Biafra is still valid. I'm not aware. So once Biafra is restored on December 2nd, it is official that that particular recognition, which was not withdrawn, has been restored as well. So we have also activated seeking the diplomatic relation with those countries and seeking the recognition again of the government. The recognition we are seeking with them is different from the recognition we seek from other states. The recognition is for them to understand that the Biafra Republic of Israel is the only authentic and legal entity that represents the interests of Biafra people. So it is the restoration of that particular Biafra that was recognized by them will be restored on the 2nd of December. And then the diplomatic tussle will start from there. So we are not moved, and we are very, very optimistic that so long as the recognition has not been withdrawn anywhere, it is still valid, and we see that the recognition is still intact. We will activate every diplomatic channel to make sure that the treaties and the relation with those countries will start. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi.
And in addition to the answer I've given you, just to make sure that we activate this particular diplomatic move, we have already started a process of filing application at the African Union, at the African Court in Banjul for the reparation to Biafra. This is the first time we're going to do that, and that will also give some kind of legitimacy to the Biafra government. A lot of things are happening that we have not informed Biafra yet, but as time goes on, those things will be made public. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PM. Mazi Kevin, I'm sure you are well updated with that. Thank you so much. And I will move with speed because I know our PM has spent a long time here, and the Biafrans that are here, and the friends of Biafrans, and those that want to ask the PM, you have the chance to do that now that he is available. Mazi Onyeka Chuku, please grab the microphone. You've got 60 seconds to do that.
Thank you, everyone. On number show one, the Alan Kampi. Greetings, my Prime Minister. You are great. Thank you for a good work, sir. More grace forever, sir. So I want to, when we are talking about the killings of Nigerian terrorists in uniform in Biafran, I just want to remind people that they engage in harvesting organs of our people. Please, this one is Trampard. This is what Abakele did. Harvest organs of Biafrans. In many barracks today, they have a tough bridge where they keep organs of Biafra. The Nigerian politicians reach agreement with the Gates Foundation to sell the organ. I want you to throw light on this so they will know the crime they commit against our people, which is not reported. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Mazi Simon Ekpa, please cut the mic. You've got 60 seconds.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. Raf, good evening. My Ibu Prime Minister, good evening. I really appreciate this opportunity to just talk to our Prime Minister. Prime Minister, please, I just want to thank you for two things. The first one, hello, okay. I think you can hear me, Raf.
Go ahead, your voice is coming out.
All right. So I want to thank you, Prime Minister, because like the Yorubas we say, "Taba fiowo tumbo mowi, amaf fiowo usifa mora." So what that means is that when you beat a child, when you beat a child with your right hand, you will console him and drag him to yourself with love with your left hand. That is what that means, and it's just a parable. A parable in the sense that I was afraid when I heard what Enugu people, issues of Uzowane and their stubbornness that led to the massacre of a lot of people, which they thought that the deception of their Oluwole certificate for you could give them, the security could give them, and all those that have been championing how to grab their land and try to bring in those killers into their midst. So they believe so much in those deception, and they were dealt with. Now, I became afraid when I heard you saying that you kept mute. People in that side will say, "Oh, man, is same." So I joined the voice of those that begged. Believe you me, I loved what you did. Quietly, you sent the boys there. And the result is the cry that we started hearing. So I want to say a big thank you for that. You are a father indeed. Yes, they may look you as a baby face, but you are a real father. You scolded them with your right hand and you dragged them with love with your left hand. I want to say thank you so much. Now, the second thank you is about your visionary leadership. Your visionary leadership fast straight back to 2023, when it was a shock to many people of somebody who hosted the chief of staff in South Korea, and during the women leaders conference or so, he hosted. All of a sudden, a no-nonsense, divinely appointed son of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Prime Minister Obato Obi's Simon Ekpa, all of a sudden, unannounced, just ejected indiscipline out of the system. Now we know why was that step taken. We can now see. So I want to say thank you because of the visionary. What Biafran over 70 million could not see, you saw it and quickly addressed that issue so that 70 million people will not be under any danger at your watching nose. Thank you so much for that. Now the question is this. Please, what are we going to do with the deception, the craftiness of a name for Biafra Military Council that is being circulated now so that to lure our people? And I begin to see the antecedent in Anambra, where some people went to the playing field and started, they became Obuefi, started killing Nama, and said ESN Anambra, even mentioning up to 1 million times in order to win the heart of Biafrans. Please, what do you have to do? Because we have gone past this. All our eyes now are focused on the rising sun. What do we do about this deceptive name being crafted as a military, Biafra Military Council, to stop our youth not to come into this slaughter table? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Those who are not in this, who are not deep into this liberation, will not blame you if you are worried. Okay, but some of us that see things many people don't see, we are not worried. The point is that Biafra is a spirit, and once the spirit leave you, that is the end. There is nothing, if you like, kill Goliath and hang it on your head, on your neck. Biafra don't care. So, what you see happening now is not actually a deception to our people, but it is always whenever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a court case is coming, you will see them shooting car, shouting ESN, just to, call the impression that ESN is still there killing cows.
Wow.
That is what is happening. Not it is not to get the Biafra can never follow them again. It's not for Biafra people. That thing you see happening is not for Biafra people. And we have a reason why the Eastern Security Network has been disbanded. It was after we decided that ESN is no longer existing. That was when they came out to tell you, hey, you see, told you people that he's not having they are not the one in charge of ESN. When we gave reason why ESN, nobody should mention ESN again. That was when they came out to start shouting and gathering boys and snapping picture and video to the ESN, just to, show that yes, Mazen and the Kanu formed ESN and gave them gun to be chasing Fulanis in the forest. That's all. Ask yourself, is there anything they are doing now that the Biafran Liberation Army cannot do better? Who have protected Biafra land from 2021 to date? Who has made it possible that not only the terrorists in the forest, but those in the uniform, who have engaged them? Are we hiding from it? No. Are we not making it public that we are defending ourselves whenever they come to kill, to burn our people?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So ask yourself, why is it that each time they want to talk about those that are decimating those terrorists in uniform, they call them Eastern Security Network? And these people now came out to say, oh, ESN is still there, just to validate the ones in the uniform. So that's something that I want everybody. So they are not doing it for you to follow them. They are doing it because Onyendu left them already. Onyendu have discovered they are the real witch. Wow. And he left them, sucked their eye, called a jail for me. Today, nobody is communicating them on what is going on. They don't know nothing. And that should tell you what will happen when Onyendu come out. So they are not communicating with Allah. They are not communicating with Master Rapara. They are not communicating with Nanam Nemege Jofor. They are not communicating with any of the lawyers. And any day they communicate with them, when you will fire that lawyer. Thank you, Jesus. So they know this, and you people don't know it. That's what is happening now.
And once you know it, sir. In fact, over 70 million Biafra, we are happy. We are satisfied. Whatever you do, it is for the best interest because it's divinely given to you. And no power can query that, not even a man. That's why you see many people will come, they don't even have questions for you because you have already done massively beyond any question anybody can ask. Because we follow you, we are also connected spiritually because we needed it. We need it. We need it.
Let the PM move out of his line of thought, please. Let him.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry now. I'm sorry.
So whenever the court is coming close like this, they will begin to show you videos of shooting cow in the forest. Bah, 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 bah. ESN. And of course, they shout ESN, their voice is even more louder than the sound of the God. So my people, I'm not bothered about that. Our people cannot be deceived. So it is not targeted at the people of Biafra, but targeted to be used by those who ask them to do it. There.
Okay. Sorry, sir. I'm sorry. It's not part of me. Ralph, please don't be annoyed. I know you are the coordinator. Please don't be annoyed. Now, the recent threat given by, since you took over the charge, since the government took over the charge of the legal team, there was drastic change. Have been so happy. What has never happened in the past started happening. People can hear the voice of our leader. Now that the legal team were attempted by these Nigerian people, from the tone of their voice, I knew that they wanted to buy them over, but they refused. Not on the head of our Onyendu will they, Judas Iscariot, the murder innocent man. Now that it has turned like this, and they said they've taken their stand that they are not going to be part of, if they don't give them their own wish, they will not come out to defend Onyendu in Nigerian court. Sir, please, if you want to answer, fine. If it is not something to be answered here, no problem. I'm okay. But what are we doing? Because what we are concerned is that Onyendu can never die in that place. Never. He will come out and he will lead his people. Just like you, God has chosen you to be his voice.
Now, I would say that everybody should minimize their talk on the case surrounding Onyendu. It's a very sensitive one. Now the thing is going in the right direction. The lawyers are doing their job. The government doing their job. So let the lawyers focus on their legal work while we focus on making sure Nigeria continue to cry as long as Mazen Namdi Kanu is being detained. That's our job. Our promise to Biafra is that Nigeria will never know peace. Our promise is that for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and is being detained, the reason why he was kidnapped will continue to be very, very expensive and costly to Nigeria. That's what we are saying. We are living up to the expectation. So there's no point coming here to discuss and talk about him and he's being detained and all that. The lawyers are doing that job. While we continue to, push Nigeria on our own side, the lawyers will do their job on the other, judiciary side. So let us leave that discussion and focus on what we're discussing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they know that what my stand is that he must be released, and without him being released, we will continue to hold Nigeria in their blockers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I yield my mic now. Ram, take over. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi. Of course, thank you very much. All right, we'll move very quickly, Reverend. Your voice is not very clear. I don't know. Maybe your microphone shouldn't be very close to your mouth so that your voice can be very clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm inside. I'm making down the network because I'm speaking from the Biafran.
Go ahead. Please continue. Okay, I think we lost him probably. Okay. No more hands are up. Nobody has raised their hand so far. PM, how long do you have?
I'm here.
I think after this person will be call it a day because I will spend enough time here. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So nobody raised their hand. Reverend Judy, if anybody wants to be the next person, please quickly raise your hand and let's bring you on. Reverend, who? Please stop asking me. I'm going to remove you. King, why are you not raising your hand? Go ahead now. Ask King. You raise your hand and you're just pressing your mic. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Good evening, everybody from where I am. My PM, God bless you. I want to say God bless you and your cabinet for your job and what you've been doing for Biafrans, in the sense that the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra is not dead. And again, there is one thing I just want to ask you, and I want us to deliberate on this, because, every time Biafra raises their wings to fly, that is when the enemies of Biafra will come with their violence to make sure that they cut off those wings. Just like if you watch in the past years, in 1967, when Biafra was declared, Israel... Hello. Israel was faced with...
Don't worry, let me remove this one. It's just distracting us. Go ahead.
Okay. So Israel was faced...
I think we lost him as well. He was also kicked out. Okay, let me give this our brother the last opportunity. Senator Endless, if you are there, can you grab this mic? Yeah, I think that should be it. We have.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for being part of this space today. We will continue again. I always stay on the look for the day we're going to have space. Probably this space will continue, a couple of times a week, maybe twice a week, to be able to suit my schedule, because there are a lot of meetings going on every day. At this point, we are we're in a very delicate situation. So we will see how to schedule our times to fit in the demand. So space is a very good place where we can address some certain questions and concerns of both Biafrans and our friends. But we continue to stand with Israel, and not just standing with Israel, we'll continue to stand by ourselves. That means we standing by ourselves is standing with Israel, and our hands of fellowship to Israel remain the same. Anytime, any day there is need for ground troop, Biafra forces will be ready to extend that particular hand of fellowship to our people of Israel. And God bless all of you for listening this evening. From here, from me, it's good evening.
Thank you, Pierre.
Okay, Biafrans, we have to turn off and we will turn back again for another teaching, Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring. Then we will also explain the reason Biafra has to support Israel with any kind of number of military they need. So within some hours, within some minutes, we have to come back live. Thank you, lovers of freedom. Today's PMS space has just finished, so we don't need to add the program here. So we'll go off now and come back again. Thank you.